What's up, guys? How are you guys on YouTube? By the way, I got a disclaimer for you guys today. Electrical lamps can be quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. I don't want you to hurt yourself on trying to fix one of these, but I fixed this a couple years back. I actually replaced the socket on it. The socket I replaced it with, it's just a single flow switch. What happened was the original socket I originally had on this lamp was the socket apparently was shorting out over time and stuff, but originally this lamp I got down at Goodwill. I mean, this is, I just rebuilt the whole unit. This had originally a Carvalho style socket like this, but not like this, but it was a different type of Carvalho style socket. But I actually built it, and it seems to work pretty good. I really do like this lamp, but I would actually prefer myself putting a three-way switch socket on it eventually, but I don't have one of those. I just have this a single pull switch, and we're just going to go ahead and actually take off the Dixco ball here. This is the topple on it. You guys can see. Again, guys can show you. It has all different types of mirrors and stuff. So it's a little disco ball. Got this a long time ago as well. And we'll take off the shade. You guys can see. Got the shade as well. Well, most of these bolts, I peeled it and stuff. Most of these I got down at Lowe's. You can get them down at Home Depot. You can also get them down at Walmart. It depends on what type of socket you're looking for. I notice I have actually silver ring here. Most of the bolts are here are gold. But this lamp does work absolutely pretty nice. It no longer has that little issue it had before. Like when I slid the switch to on, it would like sometimes lock and flicker with the light. And it's pretty good. Now, the problem is with most people is you would typically throw away these lamps. Most people won't know how to fix them, and I can understand that. But make sure if you're going to be fixing these style lamps, make sure you do actually unplug your lamp from the wall, and make sure you actually get the neutral and the hot on the right terminals. And I can show you that on a spare single pole side lamp side. You guys can see this gold side or this brass side would be the hot side, and the silver side would be the neutral. Now, what happened was over time we have little tiny little contacts on the inside of this bottom plate. Once you turn this on and off, every time you turn it on and off, it will start wearing out those little plates on the inside. Now, these sockets are pretty cheap, by the way. They're like very cheap, like about less than $5, you know. And only depends on what type of socket style you want to actually go with. You can go with a silver style socket, or you can actually go with a gold style socket. It only depends on what type of socket you really want to go with. Now, I'm going to go ahead and actually turn the lamp on. I'm going to put my hand over the light and then show you guys it does actually work. You guys can see. Well, you guys don't actually get blind out. But this is a 60 watt incandescent bulb, by the way. Very nicely made. I do keep my eye on this and make sure everything still works just fine. Now, what's the difference of a Carvalho lamp socket base? You guys can see a Carvalho lamp socket. It's the same exact thing, but it's 10 times smaller, and it has a smaller socket on the inside. These you can get anywhere as well. Again, we have the brass side, or the silver side, with a silver screw, and we also have the brass side on this side. And it would take a smaller base Carvalho bulb itself. Now, this is just a demonstration here. This is socket does still work. But the biggest problem is you'd have to put some type of a switch on the wire to turn it on and off. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. But me, I like actual to switch a little bit better because I can understand how these style sockets work. Now, the problem is 99% of these lamps get thrown away, and everybody likes to buy new lamps, and that can be quite expensive. It's no need to buy expensive lamps when you can actually go ahead and actually repair your lamp itself. It's very easy. It's very simple to do. I done this. Rewired everything on this lamp from all the wires on it. Took off all the original wires and replaced it with all new ports. But do make sure your stem or your little thing right here is in good condition. This, by the way, is plastic. This is chrome metal. And you can see it's insulated from the lamp socket and from the base. Typically, if this was all metal, you would typically ground it. But with this lamp, we have an insulator from this bottom metal piece to this bottom metal piece as well. But I really love what I did to it. I chose all of the parts. Now, it only depends on how much you want to actually spend on a lamp. I got news for you. This will cost you. If you don't want to replace your shade and you want to use the original shade, that's totally fine. If you just want to replace the socket, that's a simple fix. All you have to do is get a little screwdriver, and it has hooks. On these style type of sockets, we will show you. We have hooks on this side. Guys can see those little hooks grab into the metal, and we have hooks on that side as well. Now, be very warned, this is very soft aluminum, and this can somewhat bend on you and stuff. But make sure when you get everything all wired right, you push it on and make sure it's actual on there pretty good. Now, these are not that great because mostly half of these sockets are made in China. You ain't going to find a USA socket anymore. But, you know, sometimes by having this on, clicking on and off, eventually the switch is going to wear out again. And that's typically normal for these style single pole, single throw switches, is it doesn't wear out very easily. But that's how I fix mine. And, like I said, just a standard ball here, it's just a Dixco ball. You know, one of these. They're not fancy or anything, but it's kind of cool. It's a Dixco ball. You know, I use that for my top or for my lamp. I got that years ago as well. Most of these parts I got mostly down at Lowe's because it was a lot easier to go to Lowe's than it was to go to any own store like Walmart or you know, sorts of different stores, because most of the stores are not going to have like the lampshades or the kits, these style kits and stuff, and also the replacement toppers and stuff. But this is a very good time to start checking your lamps and making sure they're actually working in good condition. Yeah, you do have different types of toppers. You can use a very small one. Like this one's a little bit bigger than this one, but make sure it's not top heavy. Top heavy means the weight of your shade. Like the biggest, you can see how it goes from the small and it spreads out to bigger of it. Make sure it's not top heavy. Now, if you really want, you can actually change the fabric and put a different type of fabric if you are a good you know, sewer and stuff. But me, I don't really much mind it. It's just a shade. Me, I sit on top of the lamp and it works just fine, and I just put the top on top. And if you are making sure you put the shade like this, make sure you put the shade seam towards the back. Now, by fixing my own stuff and fixing my own lamps, it's 10 times easier for me to fix them instead of just buying a new one every year. This lamp has lasted me pretty good of any type of Allen lamps out there today, because all the sockets and every components kind of very cheaply made and not very good of all sorts of things. But if you take care of your lamps and you expect the cord and you expect the lamp socket to make sure it all seems to work, it's a very nice lamp. I think I've already done an absolutely very good job on fixing this lamp. Instead of me just throwing it away and say going to give up and say this is not worth my time to fix it, got news for you guys. It really is worth your time and effort just buying the socket itself and putting the socket on. Now most sockets can be replaced. Most sockets may not be replaced or replaceable. But you have different ones. You have plastic ones that have screw-on style, and you have the metal ones. This is what I like. I like to make sure my lamps are going to last me longer than what I originally bought them. Now you can find lamps down at Goodwill, and you can rewire those. And you can also find brand new lamps if you don't want used lamps. By the way, this lamp it was originally a used lamp itself. It was a used base and everything. Like I said, it had a halogen style bulb on it. Oh, and halogen, but like one of these type of bulbs, called lava bulbs. But yes, you can use different types of lamp sockets with this lamp itself. Thus making sure your light bulb is have a keep protection from the shade. Make sure you're not accidentally bending the shade or anything, and that won't be a good idea. But yeah, most of these lamp sockets will be maxed out at 60 watts. You can put 100 watts in these. I've done that before, but that would also kind of ruin the switch and everything. It's a good lamp. I really like fixing my own stuff. Easy. No, I have to go out and buy a new lamp every year, guys. This is easy for me. But if you are an electrician, you can figure this out yourself. If you're not an electrician, I'd recommend looking it up on YouTube on how to fix lamps. And make sure you unplug it and make sure you figure out which wire goes to what terminal of the light bulb socket itself. Make sure you don't cross them, because if you cross them and you put the hot side on neutral and you put the neutral on the on side, it might still work, but it might actually blow the light bulb itself. Done that before. Trust me. Alright guys, if you guys are brand new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Please like. Please share. Peace out. Bye guys. We'll see you in the next vlog.